Hi. So today we're going to read another book in the same series that we've been reading the last couple of days. This is called A Seed is Sleepy. And it's by the same two ladies, Diana Hutz Aston and Sylvia Long. A seed is sleepy. Look at these seeds. Do you recognize any seeds? Maybe some you've seen before? I see corn. See corn and a bean. I see, let's see what else you might have seen before for sure. Oh, a sunflower seed right here. So let's get to reading. A seed is sleepy. It lies there tucked inside of a flower, on its cone, or beneath the soil, snug and still. So this is a picture of a sunflower. And if you've ever seen a sunflower, there's lots of them in New Mexico. What does the head look like? It's full of seeds. There's a seed, a sunflower seed right there in the dirt. A seed is secretive. What do you think they mean by that? Look at that. Can a seed be secretive? No, but I think that we're going to find out what they mean. Most seeds sleep through a season or two, waiting for warmer temperatures of spring, but some take their time. 10 years might pass before the bright red-orange seed of the Texas mountain laurel shows its purple blossoms. So this seed might be somewhere for 10 years before we can see the beautiful flowers. That's amazing. A seed is fruitful. 90% of the plants on earth are flowering plants. Flowering plants produce fruits of all shapes and sizes and textures that keep the seeds cozy until they have found the right place to grow. So let's see if you recognize some of those things. I see a strawberry here. See? Oh, a papaya. They're calling, blueberries. I see that. I see the Texas barberry right here. Interesting. Lots of really cool and beautiful seeds. Let's see what this one says. A seed is naked. Yes, naked. Scientists call gymnosperms seeds that aren't clothed in fruits. Those are called naked seeds. Most naked seeds hide themselves on the scales of cones until they're ready to make a dash for the ground. So I think the most common one would be the pine cone. That's probably the one that we see the most, right? So it says here, who would guess that a seed as small as a freckle, do you know what a freckle is? Like a little freckle on your face, would grow into the world's largest tree? Only 10% of redwood trees begin as seeds, though. Most redwood trees spring from existing trees. So the redwood is one of the tallest trees. It is the tallest tree, I think, right? Yep. And they can grow all the way to 350 feet. To give you an idea, this little speck is a person. And a seed as small as a tiny freckle, like the one you'd see on your face, is where that comes from. It's amazing. Seeds come in many sizes. Can you see that? Yeah. Oops, I hit the lights. The orchid seed is the smallest of all. There might be 1 million seeds in one pod. The seed of the Coco de Mer palm is the largest. It can weigh up to 60 pounds. So you can see the tiny seeds in the orchid and the big one right here. 60 pounds, that's probably more than what all of you guys weigh right now. I bet. Maybe some of you are getting close to 60 pounds. But can you imagine a seed that weighs as much as you? A seed is adventurous. It must strike out on its own in search of a less crowded place to put down its roots. It's kind of a pretty way to talk about seeds. I think we could talk about some people that way too sometimes, huh? You want to get older and you want to go out on your own. So the Japanese maple leaf is here. There's the dandelion. Have you ever blown a dandelion and all the little white particles go flying in the air? That's what they mean. They travel everywhere. Those are seeds and they go all over. And then they land in the dirt. Oh my gosh, these lights. They land in the dirt and then they grow into another dandelion plant. Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. Drift seeds float on the ocean current. So that's a drift seed. What else happens? Oh my gosh, let's see. They go from one shore to another. They have enough air inside them to help them float. Oh my gosh, look at all these drift seeds. You see this one right here? They call it a hamburger seed. It's not really a tiny hamburger, but it looks like one. So that's how it got its name. Very cool. A seed is inventive. So let's see what they mean by that. Let's look at these pictures and see if you can guess how they think seeds can be inventive. Ready? I'm going to try and sit like this so you can see the picture too. To find a spot to grow, a seed might leap from its pod or cling to a child's shoestring. You ever gotten one stuck on your shoestring before? Or maybe tumble through a bear's belly. Ew. You know what that means? It means it travels and then it comes out in the poo. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to be that kind of seed. And a seed hopes to land where there is plenty of sunlight, soil, and water. A seed is generous. It gives the baby plant or embryo a seed coat to help keep it warm. So we've seen something like this in some of our puzzles in our classroom, right? So remember, there's the shoot and the root and the leaf, but it's still tucked inside a tiny seed. This kind of looks like this is a bean, right? So we've seen the plant once it grows up, but look how it's all tucked inside of the seed. So I'll show you here. This is the bean life cycle, and it goes all the way across. And then we see rice. And I think that's pumpkin. Yep. And what's the next one? Slash pine and then teak. So you can see the life cycle from a seed all the way to a plant. And then what happens? It becomes a seed again, doesn't it? Not the plant, but the life cycle. Then it'll make its own seed and then it'll have more seeds. It's kind of like a human grows up and has its own babies. Some seeds are ancient. Not all seeds are eager to germinate. Some have lain dormant or slept undisturbed for more than 1,000 years. That is a long time. The oldest known seed to sprout came from an extinct date palm tree after it was unearthed from a long ago king's mountaintop palace in Israel. A scientist planted it, and 4 weeks later, it sprouted. 4,000 years. It stayed in a castle and then it became a plant. That's a long time to wait for your big debut on Earth, huh? A seed is thirsty and hungry, just like us, huh? Once a seed has shed its coat, it drinks in the rain, the dew, and yesterday's icicles. It feasts on minerals in the soil. So here we see the corn plant. So see, there's a corn kernel or the seed. And then what happens? We see the little root and the little shoot. Now it's getting bigger and we see leaves, and then we see the corn plant. And on this side is the bean. Part of the seed or the root feels the tug of gravity and it digs down deep. What are the roots looking for? Do you remember? I'll give you a hint. There's some water here. So they're looking for water. So that's why they kind of grow out like this, because they're looking for water to help the plant grow. A seed is clever. It knows to seek the sunlight, to push itself up, up, up through the soil, but it must wait a while before that happens. Plants make their own food through a process called photosynthesis. Inside plant leaves are cells containing chemicals that absorb sunlight. Light gives them the energy they need to turn water and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a gas in the air, into food. So they turn water and the gas in the air called carbon dioxide into food, and that's what feeds the plant. Okay, let's see. A seed is sleepy, but only until it's found its place in the sun. And then it's had its breakfast and a drink of water. So once it's had its breakfast, a drink of water, and it's feeling good, what happens? It's not sleepy anymore. And then a seed is, and these seeds right here are sunflower seeds. So when the sunflower grows, look, it looks almost like the shell is breaking apart. It kind of looks like it's eating it, but remember, this is coming out of the seed. Beautiful illustrations they did. Can you see that? Yeah. Oh my gosh. These crazy lights, huh? Gosh, after all that, it's awake. Look at those beautiful sunflowers. We are so lucky here that we can get lots of beautiful sunflowers because we have lots of sun in New Mexico, don't we? And here are some more pictures of seeds. I'll let you look at it for just a minute. So pretty. So I hope you enjoyed that book and you learned a lot about seeds, and I'll see you soon. Bye.